Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about different types of gears. Okay. So first let me tell you what is the function of a gear. Okay. So a gear is a wheel that is provided with the teeth which mesh with the teeth of another wheel or onto the rack so as to give a positive transmission of motion from one component to another component. Clear? So gears are basically used for transmitting motion and as well as for transmitting power from one shaft to another shaft. Okay, so this is the basic definition of a gear. Okay, so first we will see the what is the function of spur gear. Okay, so a spur gear is a gear wheel or pinion for transmitting motion between two parallel shafts. It means if you have to connect two shafts that are parallel and you have to transmit power from one shaft to another shaft, then in that case you have to incorporate or use the spur gear. Okay, so the teeth of spur gears are generally cast or machined parallel with the axis of rotation of the gear. Okay, the teeth axis is parallel to the axis of rotation of the gear. Okay, so this is the most important point. The efficiency of power transmission by these gears are very high. Even sometimes you can achieve 99% efficiency. Okay, but the major disadvantage is that it is very noisy in operation and it may wear out and it may produce the backlash while in operation. Okay, this is the only disadvantages. Okay, so this is all about your spur gear. Okay, so next we will move to the helical gears. Okay, what is the function of helical gear? Okay, so let's see uh, the helical gear is one in which the teeth, instead of being parallel with the shaft as in ordinary spur gears, they are inclined. What happened in spur gears? The teeth are what? Straight. The teeth are straight, but here the teeth are designed as inclined. Okay, so why we are designing the teeth as inclined? Because as we see in spur gear there is very noise or vibrations while transmitting power. Why? The teeth are straight. So to remove that disadvantage we have to incline the teeth, and that is the main focus of the helical gear. Okay, so it ensures the smooth action and more accurate maintenance of velocity ratio. Clear? So the the one disadvantage is that the inclination of the teeth brings a lateral thrust. Okay, so means the teeth, if the teeth is inclined, it will produce a lateral thrust, unnecessary lateral thrust on the gear. Okay, the teeth are inclined. So what happened? How to avoid this problem? So this problem can be avoided by using double inclination. One means, suppose your gear is inclined, one inclined plane, it will produce a thrust, lateral thrust. If another inclined gear means you are designing a double helical gears, means this lateral thrust can be cancelled out by each other and this problem can be resolved. Are you clear? So this is the function of helical gear. So next students we will see the bevel gear. Okay, so what is a bevel gear? You know, the bevel gear transmits motion between two shafts which intersect. Okay, which intersect. If the shafts are at right angles and wheels equal in size, they are called as meter gears. Okay, and if the shafts are not at right angles, they are sometimes called as angle bevel gears. Okay, bevel gears means basically the function is if the angle between the two shaft is 90 degree and you have to transmit power from one shaft to another right angled shaft, then only in that case you have to use the bevel gear. Okay, clear? Okay, so next we will discuss what is worm gear. Okay, and you know the basic worm and worm wheel in your mechanics. Okay, I think it will be covered, it has been covered in your mechanics. Okay, let's see what is worm gear. So worm gears connect two parallel non-intersecting shafts which are usually at right angles. Means the axis of one shaft is perpendicular to the axis of another shaft, but condition is what? The condition is that the shaft should be non-parallel and non-intersecting, but the axis of one shaft and axis of other shaft is 90 degree. Means the shafts are in different planes, but they are making angles as 90 degree. So in that case you will use worm and worm wheel, means worm gears. Okay, so one part of the gear is called worm. One part is your worm, means it is a thread, means your it is a screw thread, it is a part of screw thread. Worm is just part of screw thread, and worm wheel, it is your typical spur gear. Okay, worm gear means it is a consist of two parts. One is your screw thread type gear and another is your typical spur gear. They are meshed with each other. Okay, the axis of worm is suppose it is horizontal and the worm wheel is it is on the top of the worm. Okay, so this worm mesh with the teeth on a gear that is called your what? Worm wheel. Clear, student? So this is all about your gear drive. In the next class, in the next video, we will discuss the concept of belt and belt drives, and then we will go to the concept of bearings. Okay, thank you.